And this is what he said: Neeru, don't give up. Your father wanted you to become a doctor, and he's watching you from heaven. This note changed my whole life, and I'm very proud to say that my mother, with the help of our uncles, raised all of us the best way she could. We received merit scholarships, and most of us became professional. 3 engineers, 2 doctors, 1 computer scientist, and my other 2 sisters. They were perfectly happy getting married and raising children. After graduation from medical school, I married my husband, who is also a physician. In 1965, we came to United States with only $8 each in our wallet. Out of $8, $4 were spent buying a cappuccino coffee at Cairo International Airport. Now, another $6 were given to the porters at New York Airport because we were too tired to carry our heavy suitcase. So then, both of us started our internship and residency at Wayne Medical School, Detroit. I decided to do pediatrics from Children's Hospital. I still had the memory of those blind orphans and how to help them. Now, we didn't have too much money at that time, but we saved some during our residency and bought one of the first Mustang, 1965 model, and that was less than $3,000. Following my residency and fellowship, I stayed home for 8 years, raising our 4 children who, by God's grace, all turned out to be professional and well-placed in life. The baby that I am holding in the middle of the picture is the daddy of these 3 grandsons. You can see, and I also wanted all of you to see my long hair going down the knee. Here is a picture of my oldest daughter, Abhilasa, sitting here. Next to her is Ashish, the second one, and there Anjali and Ashok, the younger 2, and they are all alumni of Detroit Country Day School. Now today, our children are married and have children of their own. And this is the family picture of our family. Now here are our 4 grandsons, and as you can see, all boys. Here is my husband with 6 of our grandsons. And here is the youngest grandson flying in. Now this youngster will be 2-year-old very soon, and I found out that he started walking now. Now once I entered the field of medicine, again I decided to work in the emergency room because the flexibility of the hours working at the emergency room was helping me to manage my family. My husband, being an orthopedic surgeon, was busy to practice. My role was to stay home when I came back when children came back from school. It was very hard for me to switch from pediatrics to emergency medicine, but I knew that this was the best thing for my family at that time. Over time, I began writing my book, How to Keep Your Child Safe and Healthy. Now, believe me, this was like my 5th child. I spent a lot of time, energy in writing the book. I collected several $1,000s from the sale of my book and donated the proceeds from the sale to establish a memorial fund in the name of my parents for the same blind school orphanage where I used to work as a little girl. Now, with the help of Orphan Medical Network International, my books have been distributed to all over the inner city, Detroit, as well, all over the world, the 3rd world countries. And here you will see a picture of the president of the Orphan Medical Network International, Karen Remine, who is donating a book to Mother Teresa Hospital in Calcutta. And I know all of you know about this. I have written several health-related articles that have been published in local newspaper, newsletters, and journals. And this is what I did. Whatever hospitals I worked, I got myself involved with the public relation department, always was ready to help them with any kind of media work. And with their help, all those publications came. And at the same time, I also published 3 articles in the emergency medicine journals. Now you can find each and everything of this linked to my website, www.drneeruprasad, and I also got my book electronic. And my electronic book is updated with the recent chapters on immunization according to the recent American guidelines on immunization. And the book is also linked to my website. Currently, I host a TV program on Bloomfield Channel 15 called Health Talk. Here, I invite experts from different fields of medicine. We talk about current topics, burning issues, preventative measures, and advice regarding healthy living for all age groups. I also hosted a radio talk show on WPOM 1460 before I entered the TV world. And one of the dreams of my life, I wish I was invited to CNN and Oprah. Just a dream. I have received several awards over the years, and these are, you can see those awards. One of the most prestigious awards that really made my dream come true was the Heritage Hall of Fame in 2005. My being inducted to Hall of Fame was like a dream come true because I could never imagine that an ordinary person like me could be inducted to Hall of Fame at the same time that Rosa Parks was inducted. Unfortunately, she was too sick at that time to come to the function. And the following 2 are the Blue Cross Blue Shield Award, and that is for senior citizens. And the next 2 are the Michigan Associations of Physicians Award. So this is who I am. Is everybody with me? Okay. Now let us spend the next few minutes talking about how you can all achieve your goals. So what are the professional goals? I am assuming that you are all here this morning, that you are at least somewhat interested in pursuing a career in science and math. And whether you are interested in medicine, technology, engineering, or a combination of all these professions, you should know that these scientific professions are dying for students like you to enter their field. Why? Because scientific advancement are always evolving. It is very important for young people like you to enter the profession so you can keep us old fogies updated with the recent advancement. So for the sake of this morning, for all the girls and the boys who are here today, let us set up some goals, okay? So for the sake of this morning, let us identify your goal. What are your professional goals? So now let us go to goal 2. The goal 2 is studying math and science. Study is very hard and diligently, faithfully during these 4 years of your high school. Well, the things about high school is as soon as you enter the high school, there are a lot of distraction. There are sports, clubs, dating, and those things are all fine and good. But let us not let this distraction take our mind off, goal 1. So how are we going to keep from being distracted? By setting goal 3. Now goal 3 is stay focused. Remember, the shortest line between the 2 dots is a straight line. So you keep yourself focused, stay in that line. From the day you enter high school until the graduation night, stay focused. And if you have achieved goal 2, which is study hard, math and science, stay focused, then this will inevitably lead you to goal 4, which is go to the best colleges you can be admitted to. And goal 5, again, have a sweet dream of success. Remember, dreams are free. All of us can have some sweet dreams and follow up on that. How do you achieve your goals? Remember, each and every one of you sitting in this room is very precious. You can have a bright future ahead of you. And the future of our country depends upon students like you fulfilling their potential. I know that this time of your life is not going to be easy. You have some real work ahead of you, high school credits, advanced placement test, SAT scores. Competition to get into a good college will be very tough. And no matter how good you are, there will always be somebody better than you. So just remember that. So here are a few tips for keeping your head above water for years to come. Keep your self-esteem high. You know your own worth, even if it seems others around you do not. Stop comparing yourself to other students because you don't even know what is happening behind the closed doors. Associate with the students who like, respect, and support you. Get involved in the activities you enjoy, not the activities that your other friends want you to do. Identify your own special talents, abilities, and stick with them. Keep looking for the ways to improve yourself. Develop proper priorities and balance in your life. And lastly, but not the least,